You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of me on Twitter, The Gaming Drag, today and coming back at you another Let's Play episode of In Case of Emergency. So let's go ahead and just jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes to entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. I'm sorry, 15 to 16 minutes. Yeah. Making the videos just a little bit shorter. A little bit easier on me. I'm making so many of them. Anyway. What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay. Anyway. Here we go. That's you. Okay. The resolution is a constant force that threatens our lands. It spreads from the mountain's heart, the center of the world, scouring the land and destroying everything in its wake. But what is it? It's the resolution. But it's also a resolution. It's a conclusion. The last chapter in a book. It's the end of all things. And if everything ends? Remus is smiling, but his eyes are solemn. Peregrine will be no more. You will no longer have access to this world, and I will no longer exist. That would be bad. Yes, indeed. But if we manage to thwart it once again, everything will return to its former state. The void will retreat and return what it has taken from us. Farmland and forest will be revived. Rivers will flow again, and He gestures vaguely in your direction, searching for the right words. Lost manhood will be restored. For your studies. Manhood restoration sounds good to you. The past couple of months have felt like a series of consecutive kicks to the dick. That'd be great. That's actually the whole reason why I'm here. Because it rolled down the stairs and into this place, and I needed the sword to get it out. Remus raises his eyebrows, pleasantly bemused by the yarn you're spinning. It's a long story. And you said you weren't interesting. The two of you chat for a while in the comfortable shade of the gazebo. It's easy to get lost in the slow rhythm of this place. No deadlines, no asinine assignments, just sitting outside in a beautiful garden. Before you know it, the sun is setting and the fantasy cicadas are out in full force. Remus invites you to stay for dinner. Who are you to refuse free food? You led to the dining hall, where the smell of food already wafts from the places set down on the thick mahogany plates. You feel the soft crunch of a carpet under your feet, positioned between the table and the waxed wooden floors. Across the room, coals burn in the stone hearth. The warmth is a comfortable buffer against the chilly winds of the evening. Remus guides you to a plush seat, where you take your place across from West, Luke, and Cedric. Please, have a seat. Luke waggles his eyebrows at you for a reason you can't fathom. Wes exchanges a glance with you, possibly pleased to see you. His expression remains as reserved as always. Cedric watches you enter before turning his gaze towards the plate before him, resting both paws on his lap. Steam rises from your plate of roasted pheasant, stuffed with huge cloves of fragrant garlic and crusted over with charred herbs. Served alongside it is a dollop of sweet berries and stalks of roasted parsnip. In a cloth-covered basket on the table are sliced loaves of fresh rye, from which the smell of freshly baked bread sits heavy in the air. Uneven slabs of butter are placed on the small ceramic plates on either side. Holy crap, they eat like this every day? This is incredible. Wow, this looks really good. It is the best we could do, given the circumstances. To our newest champion. Someone cracked a window open? I guess a cape is moving. Yep, there it goes again. Remus raises a glass of red wine. There's a cordial exchange of toasts from the table. To Kieran, Wes, and Luke. And Cedric. And Cedric, too. Cedric stares at you, conflicting emotions warring on his face. He's simultaneously touched and mortified. Of course. And Cedric. You smile politely and take a sip from your glass. The wine is, as far as you can tell, good. You've gathered long ago that it's socially taboo to express that most wine tastes indistinguishable for you. I hate to get down to business so quickly, but the time is of the essence. Now that we have our final champion, we shall set off for Grim Mountain within a week's time. Why not right away? Why not right away? We need time to train, Kieran. A week will ideally strike the appropriate balance between preparation and haste. A week. We'll be fine. We need to brush up on the basics. Is a week enough time? He's not going to get good in a week, no offense. Isn't it enough that he's part of the prophecy? As long as we have the 3 people, is it even possible to lose? That doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared. Remus nods, and you see Cedric puff out his chest a little in response. He's right. It's best if Kieran is prepared. We'll have to land the killing blow in the heart if we are to succeed. Besides, there's no better teacher than experience. He'll learn in the days it takes to reach the mountain's base. Hey, you know what we should do? We should magically swap Cedric and Kieran's bodies. Cover our bases. Sure, why not? What? 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 Oh my god. I don't know about that. One of them gets his knowledge, the other gets his body. It's win-win. Speaking of his body, you recognize that Cedric has filled out more since high school. His jacket fits a little tighter around the shoulders than you last remember, when he'd lag behind you in gym. Do you even know how to do that? No, but give me a week and I'll learn how. Like the time you wanted to learn how to make a self-replenishing army of inanimate objects, so you animated a bunch of bread to make more of itself? Except instead of baking more bread, the loaves would run around the castle humping each other, then graphically give birth to little rolls by opening in half like a hot dog bun. What the fuck? That was a joke! It wasn't supposed to be serious! The place smelled like yeast for a week. Despite Wes's projected disapproval, there's a hint of exasperated fondness in his voice. This is an old conversation. Can we please take this seriously? This isn't a game. I am taking this seriously. You just said... Never mind. Let's see. I think you've got the right spirit, but maybe we should iron out the details. See? I thought you just said you weren't being serious. Yeah, with the bread. This is different, obviously. Luke sighs in exaggerated exasperation. Cedric nods at you in appreciation. Wes shoots you a sympathetic look before tucking into his meal. So, Wesley, tell me more about how your training fares. It's going well. At this point, I think I'm teaching the castle guard more than I'm learning from them. I think someone broke their jaw running into my shield. The training facilities are excellent. I used them yesterday, and I was really impressed with the integrity of the leather training dummies. Thank you for those improvements. Remus nods thoughtfully. Oh, yeah, the dummies are great. I like to cuddle with them sometimes just to feel someone's arm around me. Luke, I'm quite sure there are people you can pay in town. No, I've been really hitting off with this one dummy, and I don't mean to kiss and tell, but I think we're going to get to third base soon. The quality is really excellent. Restocking on training weapons has also been helpful, and Cedric either doesn't realize what Luke wants, or he's deliberately ignoring him to frustrate him. Cedric was never the confrontational type. What do you think, Kieran? Of the training facilities? Good question. You didn't expect anyone to ask. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Good. They seem solid. I think they'll be helpful for practice. It's the best we could do with the end of the world and so forth. It's a good thing you arrived sooner rather than later. Is the void spreading? The void is always spreading. It's finally reached Primehaven today, not to mention the castle. Are the people okay? I should check on them. No one was hurt, thankfully. Though I imagine if we don't move quickly, there may not be much left to save. I can head down to the town tomorrow with the Royal Guard and lead evacuation efforts. I'll make sure everyone knows that the crown is behind them. And Luke rolls his eyes. Wes gently elbows him and frowns, shaking his head. What? I'm not interrupting. Is there a problem? No, keep going. This is important. We need someone to keep public opinion in check. A king is legitimized by the opinion of the people. We can win the battle, but if we lose the war... Does this really matter? Don't you care? You're a champion, and you treat all this like some kind of joke. Me? I'm the one who cares about maximizing our chances of winning. You're the one treating this like some kind of weird role-playing fantasy game. Are you being serious right now? Cedric's lips start to curl back in a snarl. Luke tries to affect disinterest, but the hairs of his mane puff out in anxiety. The scene is uncomfortably reminiscent of your childhood dinner table. Remus, for his part, appears to be genuinely disinterested in the tableau, as he watches passively with wine glass in hand. Dessert, anyone? Cedric self-consciously closes his mouth with an audible click, nose twitching in frustration. Luke sheathes his claws, and flexes them like he intended for them to come out all along. Wes gives you an apologetic look, as he begins to fold the cloth napkin in his lap. Let's see. I think I just remembered something I have to take care of. Do I leave the same way I came in, or...? Let me show you out. Wes guides you out of an uncomfortably silent dining room, the only sound the shuffling of his chair against the carpet. Wes readily navigates the many halls of the castle, wordlessly pointing at the direction the two of you should take. The torches on the wall flicker ominously in their metal sconces. So... does that happen often? What do you think the dessert was? I heard someone say it was peach cobbler. They don't have ice cream here, but it's still pretty good. Damn, maybe we should go back. You can go back on your own. If you make it out alive, bring me some too. You think it's worth it? Depends. Is a good dessert worth your life? You reflect on this. Your life? Yes. Your pride? Probably not. I guess not. Hey, if we save the other world, you can eat us out as much as you want afterwards. Yes, please. I can't wait to stuff my face with pie. It's not long before you reach the same door you entered through. From this side, it looks remarkably ordinary. A carved wooden door with an iron handle. No flickering exit sign over it. I can come back if I leave, right? Yeah, of course. Same way you came in. This place is bound to you. This place is bound to you now. Whoa, that's intense. That's also kind of neat. Cool. Well, see you around? You try to flash him a friendly smile. Wes holds the door open for you. After you. The cool gust of basement air blows in your face, ruffling your fur. It's hard to make out much in the darkness. How many flights of stairs are you going to have to climb back up? Your foot hovers over the threshold. Keep going. Before you can comprehend what's happened, your foot touches the other side, and there's a lurching sensation in your stomach. You close your eyes on instinct. Something far, far behind you calls after you. Did anyone tell you about... Your eyes snap open. You're in your boxers, on the bed in your summer dorm. The lights are off, and the only illumination in your dark room is your laptop screen. The place smells like instant noodles. Oh no. This can't be some all a dream bullshit. You need to go back. You need to be in the world where you have a sword to get to save people, save the world. Actually, let's go back. Maybe. Took a thought. I want dessert. Let's keep going. Okay. Hey, actually. Oh. Let's see. Let's come all the way back on. Oh, never mind. Okay. So it doesn't matter what I do. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You can't live like this. Not if you've had a taste of what could have been. Deep breaths. In on 4, out on 7. Calm down, nerd. Get a hold of yourself. Wait, do we have proof that was all just a dream? Where the hell have you guys been? You're making yourselves pretty scarce. We're always with you. Check out your body. Check out your body. If that was fake, then why do you feel sore? More like check out those bodies on your laptop. Look at that hot stud. Loaded on your laptop's wall browser is a porn streaming site. There's a pause video of nude, oiled-up Adonises. Adonai? No, the plural I suffix replaces words that end in US. Wrestling each other on the floor, it looks like people have just started grabbing each other's dicks. You know that a lot of free pornography streaming sites are pretty unethical, right? Tabs. We've already come this far. You close the browser tab. No explicit video takes its place, just as scandalous as the last. You close that tab, and the next, and the next. Naked sculpted bodies and... oh god, yeah. Flash past your eyes with decreasing comprehensibility. Hot studs and big roosters and college boys flicker into existence for brief moments before disappearing. God, how many of these videos did you have to open? It looks like you stopped watching halfway through most of them. Wait, go back to that one. I saw something good in the one recommended section. Look, oh my god, no. No, get that off there. That's literally a bunch of random words strung together. It's an algorithm using keywords and user data to predict what you're into. That's crazy. Imagine if your choices and clicks could be quantified and made into abstract representations of your desires and personhood, shaping the suggestions you would see in the future? Seems like a recipe for misrepresentation. How very meta. It's probably not a good idea to reduce people to the choices they make as consumers. You're more than whatever category this website tells you you are. You contain multitudes. Your adventure retracing the circuitous path of your horny brain is interrupted by a notification from your phone. It's a message from your sister. No, don't be a child. Usually deserve messages like this, but you're not sure what you've done most recently to warrant it. Why would she send this out of the blue? Picking up your phone, you scroll through your message history. Apparently you've been texting for the past half hour. You don't remember any of this. There's discussion about her upcoming wedding. Your summer class, nothing about magical basement worlds. The last message you sent was about having half queso, half chocolate fountains at each table at the reception. That way people could mix and match sweet and salty at their very own seats. That's a great idea. You stand by your idea. That would be cool. You have to watch out for cross-contamination, but maybe that risk would make the whole thing sexier. Of course, none of this is relevant to the fact that you don't actually remember having this conversation. Hey, pretend it's nothing. I don't remember sending any of those messages. Uh-huh, sure. No, I'm serious, I just woke up in my bed. Are you trying to tell me you were texting in your sleep? No, I found this medieval world in a basement on campus. I pulled out a sword of this from the stone, and they told me I have to save the world. And then then when I left, I woke up here, and I don't remember any of this. There's a pause. A friend tells you Curie is typing. She stops and starts again. Karen, sometimes I find it very hard to have a serious conversation with you. She's talking about her feelings. That's how you know this is bad. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!